Good morning and praise God. Good morning, good morning, good morning, y'all. So today I'm actually going to be talking about Isaiah 43, 1 through 3. you know, God told me to do something and I was just like, I ain't doing that. Because it was outside of my comfort zone. It was something that I'm not comfortable. I really am not comfortable with big crowds, right? And new people and doing a new thing. Something that's outside my comfort zone completely. And I was like, no, 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 no. So on Sunday, I go ahead and go to church, right? And I'm in the parking lot, and God starts to speak. Before I even make it inside of the, before I even make it inside the church, and He gives me Isaiah 43, 1 through 3, and I'm just sitting there like, okay, Lord, come on now, because I'm ready to go into church and start praising. And God said, why are you walking in shallow waters when I didn't call you to the shallow? And I'm like, Lord, hold on. And I knew exactly what He was correcting me on. And I'm like, huh? And He said, why are you walking in the shallow waters? Now, mind you, He just gave me Isaiah 43. And the last time He gave me Isaiah 43 was when I was in a jail cell. And it was the day before I was about ready to sign. And I was just like, I know that whatever's going to happen tomorrow, I'm going to receive bad news, because this is a verse of comfort that you gave before the Israelites ended up going into slavery, right? And so I'm like, Lord, I don't like where this is going. And He said, no, 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 you don't understand. And He said, don't you know, for Moses and the Israelites, I have parted the Red Seas. And I have told you that you would not drown if you were to walk into the deep waters, but yet you still refuse to walk into the deep waters. And I sat there and I'm like, okay, Lord, I'll do whatever you request of me. But then he didn't stop there. He was all like, and don't you know that I was the one who walked in the fires when Meshach, Abednego, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego went into the furnace. I was that fourth man in the fire, and you just continue to act like I won't go into the fires with you. Are you scared? Is there fear in you that you doubt who I am? And I had to stop. And now here I am being corrected inside of this parking lot right before I'm going into church. And I was just like, Lord, I remember who you are. I have read countless and countless of stories of who you are. You have showed up in my life. And He said, so why are you still walking in shallow waters? And I just stopped. And I was just like, well, I thought I was going into the deep. But I realized I was playing very safe. When He told me to go do something, I was like, that's outside my comfort zone. I can't do that. But not realizing that what God was trying to do is part the Red Seas and let me walk on dry land. Not realizing that even though I get thrown into the furnace and people die around me and not make it, I was called to go in there. So therefore my Father will walk with me in there, and He will be what they call the fourth man in the fire, right? It'll be me and my Father in the fire. He won't let me burn. And the thing is, there's some of you, because I wasn't going to share this, but God said it's time for you to go out and you need to start sharing what it is that I give you. And I'm not talking about the people that, they're just starting their relationship with the Lord. I'm talking about the ones that God has given you a calling, and you know for a fact that it's God. All right. Now, not that you know for a fact that it's God, but you're still trying to play it safe. God didn't call us to play it safe. God called us to go out. He told us to walk on that dry land. He told us that He will part the seas for us. He told us that He will go ahead. He called you by name. He called you by name, and you're just like, I don't think this is. So if this is for you, I want you to know God has called you by name. He has formed you. He knows you before you were in your mother's womb. And He has already told you that He will part the seas for you. He's just waiting for you to have the faith to get up and go do it. The Lord of the Bible, the Old Testament and the New Testament, is our Creator. He is the one who will walk through valleys with us. He will also put us on the mountains when we need to be there. So understand the God that you serve. You can trust him. And if he called you to go through something, he will walk through it with you. Y'all be blessed.